welcome to another Board Game Couch review. Now, as you might see outside, it's very bad weather, and actually at this moment we are suffering from a power shortage. So yeah, it's the perfect opportunity to record this video review and talk to you about this game 12 Realms. Now, 12 Realms is a cooperative game that can be played with 1 to 6 players and last about an hour, 1 hour and a half. Now, the chances are that when you are watching this video, a new Kickstarter campaign will have launched for the final expansion to 12 Realms. So if this game is at all interesting to you, then you might check out that campaign. Now, what is 12 Realms about? Like I said before, it's a cooperative game and you play as fairy tale characters. Now, of course, those fairy tale characters come in fairy tale land, and it's bad there. There are a lot of invaders that try to conquer those realms and will bring in the Dark Lord so that they can rule over those realms, and you and your fellow fairy tale characters will have to work very closely together to try to stop them from achieving their evil goal. Now, how do you do that? Your characters have different abilities, but you need those abilities to conquer the invaders, but you are not always able to. You don't have all abilities, so you will have to cooperate with your fellow fairy tale characters to do that. Now, let me set up the board for you so that you can see what the game brings component wise, and I will explain you how the game works, show you one round, and then afterwards I will offer you my conclusion about 12 Realms. Okay, so this is the content that will come with the game, and like you see, there are a lot of components that will come. You have 4 realm boards that come with their own set of invaders and artifacts and treasures. I will explain those in a bit. You will have 8 character boards that represents the fairy tale characters you will be playing, and each board has 2 sides to it. So you can choose which side of the character board you will be using, and they have their own set of abilities, different kind of abilities. Now, the game comes with very beautiful and detailed looking miniatures, and actually I will show you, if you are pledging for the Kickstarter campaign, you are also able to get those miniatures painted, and like you can see, they are also very nice. So the game comes with 8 different characters. You have, for instance, Red Riding Hood, and a very beautiful one, Snow White, and then I already showed you this little guy. It's a mouse, he's Robin Hood. And then you, for instance, you also have the Sugar Plum Fairy or D'Artagnan. So a lot of options to choose from, and each come with their own set of talents or abilities. So these abilities are shown here, and here you can see which actions you can take during a round, but we will go into that a little bit later. So, for the start of the game, you will be choosing one of these characters. You will set up the realm boards depending on the number of players, and then each realm comes with 2 Dark Lords. So, for instance, you have here the Pirate King and the Jack Rackham Dark Lords for these realms. And as you can see here, those Dark Lords come each with a special ability that will make your life harder during the game when you are trying to defeat them. Here at the bottom of the cards you can see different icons, and you will need those talents to defeat the Dark Lord, but I also go into that a little bit later. So each realm comes with their own unique set of heroes. What I'm saying, heroes, Dark Lords. And at the beginning of the game you choose one of these, and you are going to have to defeat each Dark Lord of each realm to be able to win the game. So this is already set up for you, but I have chosen to put the 4 different realms on the table. Now what do you do then? Each realm also come with 3 unique artifacts. Now, for instance, for this realm, these are the artifacts, and they are numbered 1, 2, 3. Now you have to try and find all of those 3 artifacts to be able to defeat the Dark Lord. As you can see, there is also a talent marked on the marker, and you need to be able to spend that talent to be able to pick this artifact up. And actually one hero has to have all 3 of them to be able to attack the Dark Lord and defeat it. So it's not enough that all heroes together have gathered those artifacts. One hero has to have all of it. Now, what do you have next? Those are the treasures. It also has an icon you need to spend, a talent you need to spend to be able to pick up that artifact, treasure, my apologies. Now once you collect a treasure, you can immediately trade that treasure in for 1 gold, and you will be able to spend that on extra talents that I will be explaining later on. So at the start of the game you put the realms on the table, you put a random artifact on the number 6, and you put treasures on the number 1 and 2 of the realms, and then the boards are ready to start playing. You have picked your heroes, and for instance, let us say I'm going to play with Siegfried. Then I'm going to take my talents. So I have 3 swiftness icons or talents, 3 swords. Let me look for those swords. And 2 gold. So you put that onto your character board, and as you already might have seen, there are red talents and there are also blue ones. Now the blue ones are 1 time only. The red ones are refreshed at the beginning of every round. Now, before we start with the game, I'm going to be able to put my hero and one of the different towns that come with each realm, and I place him at one of the realms. Now, let me explain the different actions that I will be able to take during the game. Of course, I will be able to move. Now, for 1 swiftness talent, I will be able to move to an adjacent area within the same realm. So I have to spend 1 swiftness icon each time I want to move to another area. I can also try to attack invaders, and for that I need the right talent that will be present at the token for the invader. Then I'm going to be able to defeat him, or for instance, if I want to pick up an artifact or a treasure, I of course have to be in the same area, and I will need to spend the right talent to be able to pick that up. Another thing I will be able to do is when I go to the town, then I can spend 1 swiftness icon to draw 2 town cards. Now, these town cards are used to upgrade your character. So if you look closely, with these, if I buy this for 2 gold, I will be given 2 extra red sword talents. If I pay for the warhorse, I get 1 sword and 1 swiftness icon. Now I can only choose and buy 1. You also see that there are special abilities here. Now the fire icon always means that you destroy this card, and in the case of the Golden Knight, if I destroy this card, I can discard all invaders that is in the same region as I am, in the same realm. If I discard my warhorse, I would be able to refresh all the red talents I have used this round so far. So these are actually very powerful talents or extra upgrade cards that will give my character access to extra talents. So you definitely will need those to be able to fight the invaders and at the end the Dark Lord. So that's a second or a third action that I'm going to be able to do. So I already explained moving, attacking, picking up artifacts and treasures, and I explained the town cards that will upgrade your character. Now the final thing, and this doesn't cost you anything, when you are at a town, you can move to the town of another realm. So for instance, I can go from here to the town here, but when I move between 2 realms, then my turn is immediately over, so I can't take any more actions. Now players are also able to help each other while they are in the same region in a realm. So if you are about to attack one of the invaders and you don't have the right talents, you might ask a hero that's in the same region to help you out. Now, once I have used a set of talents, at the end, after all players have taken their turn, you are able to refresh all your red talents. All blue talents go away, so these are one-time use only. Now, how do the invaders come into this realm? Now, these cards are used for that. Now, the rule is you always draw 2 cards per realm plus 1. So in this case, we have 4 realms. I have to draw 9 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then you place them according to the invaders that come up. For instance, I have to place the Buccaneer in this realm, and to know where I have to place it, I have to roll the area die. Now on this die are the numbers 1, Roman symbols 1 to 6. So for instance, for this case, I have to place a Buccaneer. So I pick this token and I have to place it on the number 2. Now if you look very closely, you can see that there's a sword here and a little heart here. And you can see those same symbols here. So I need to spend a sword talent or a heart talent to be able to defeat this invader. Also, when I'm able to do that, I will receive 1 gold for defeating this Buccaneer. So that's actually interesting because I will need that gold to be able to upgrade my characters. So let me put this in area number 2. Then we have the Kraken. It's already a more formidable opponent. Now, as you can see, he has 2 question marks here. Now, what does that mean? Well, actually, you don't know what talents you will be able to need to spend to defeat this Kraken until you actually face it. And this is where this die come in. So this die has all different talents on them. So to be able to know how we'll defeat the Kraken, you will need to roll. For instance, I rolled a book and a swiftness token. So I'll need to spend 1 book and 1 swiftness token to be able to defeat the Kraken. So again, I roll the area die. I rolled a 5 and I need to place that invader on number 5. And I do this for all others, so I can place a pirate. That's again a very difficult opponent, not because he is difficult to defeat, but when he spawns he takes 3 extra pirates with him, so these are 4 opponents that come to the game. The silver key, that's actually an artifact that I'm able to place in the region, in the realm, so I will need to be able to collect all 3 of them. The balloon is a treasure. We have 2 sorcerers, so you need to spend 2 other talents before you are able to defeat this sorcerer. A kappa that also comes with 2 extra ones, and an autumn fairy that comes with 3 extra ones. Sometimes you have opponents, let me go quickly, or here we are already, the Black Knight. If those talents are close to each other and not divided by the OR keyword, you need to spend both of those icons at once to be able to defeat the invader. So this way you add invaders to the game. So you pick those cards, 2 per region plus 1, you roll the area die, you place the invaders there, and after you put all the cards into position that way, you start your turn, and you take alternate turns with your co-players, and you try to be able to defeat those invaders and control the way how they invade the land. Why do I say control and not trying to prevent them? Because at the end of each round, and you start a new round, you look at the number of invaders that are actually in the region. So for instance, if I take this region, if this would be the case at the start of a round, there are 2 invaders in it, so I need to place the invasion marker on the position 2. The purpose of the game is to defeat the Dark Lords, so we can only win this game when we are able to defeat the Dark Lords. Now the Dark Lords only come into the game when this invasion marker reaches the number 16. Now if the invasion marker reaches the number 20 on one of these realms, we lose the game. So we only have 4 rounds, actually 5, I'm sorry, now 4 rounds that we are able to defeat the Dark Lord. If we do not succeed in those 4 rounds, we lose the game. So this is really an interesting gameplay mechanic, because you really need to control the number of invaders. If you always defeat all of them, the marker won't go up, the Dark Lord won't come into the game, and you won't be able to win the game. Also, the game will take very long if you always defeat those invaders before the Dark Lord comes in. So that's really a very interesting gameplay mechanic, trying to weigh in which areas you are going to let invaders rise, so that you are able to, in a controlled manner, raise those invasion markers to let the Dark Lord come into play. Now what you also see, and that's an addition, an optional addition to the game, are these black number 7s, and that are the Dark Towers or the Black Fortresses that come with the game. So you can make the game harder if you want by using those. Now what this means, if your marker reaches the number 7, you roll the area die and you put the Black Fortress on that position, and you need to conquer the Black Fortress first before you are able to defeat any more invaders. So that's actually an extra that you can add to the game to make the game even harder. So that's the way this game plays. So you pick those invader cards, you look at them, you try to place every card. If you draw a card, for instance, if all artifacts are already on the board and you draw again a card of the artifact that shows an artifact, you discard that card and pick another one. So you always have to place 9, in this case, 9 items to the board. If at one time all those cards are used, you just reshuffle the discard pile and you start over again. Then it's your turn. You try to do your actions, upgrading your characters, picking up those artifacts and treasures, upgrading, I already told that, conquering your opponents, your invaders, and hopefully be able to control the presence of the invaders so that the Dark Lord comes and you are able to defeat it once you have all 3 artifacts of that realm. Now that I have explained to you how the game plays, I will offer you my conclusion of this game. So let me give you my conclusion about the game 12 Realms. So let me first start with something I didn't like, and that's, well, didn't like is not the right phrase or the right meaning. It's more a little bit of a problem I have with the iconography. Yeah, I don't know, it kind of felt weird to me, and I'm not actually very fond of the way the iconography is used in this game. I also find that people I explain the game to are sometimes they don't understand very well the meaning of the icons, and they are always asking, oh yeah, this icon, what does it mean, what can I do with it? So that's something I have a little bit of a problem with 12 Realms. But actually for the rest I really like the game. It's a solid cooperative game. I'm very fond of cooperative games. It's a game where you really have to work together to achieve victory. And something I also really like about this game is that you can make it less difficult or more difficult to your liking. So it's actually a game that you can play with family or players that aren't used to play many board games, younger children. So then you can adjust the difficulty setting to those players and still enjoy the game. And if you are playing with more experienced players, you can enhance the difficulty by adding the fortresses, for instance, which offers a lot of challenges or offers a more challenging gameplay. So I really like this. The game looks stunning, the art is beautiful, the miniatures, like I've showed you before, are very detailed and nice, and I really like this game. I have played it several times right now, and it's definitely coming onto my table a lot more. So I think this will conclude my video review for 12 Realms. Like I said in the introduction, currently there should be a Kickstarter campaign running for an expansion, the second expansion for 12 Realms. So if you found anything at all interesting about 12 Realms, be sure to check it out, and maybe you will get the opportunity to also add this game to your collection. Now, thank you very much for watching this review, and as always, may the board be with you and the dice be ever in your favor. Bye bye!